If you want to learn how to find off-market real estate deals that you can buy below market value with very little down payment and have an equity position north of six figures right from the beginning, you might want to stick around and watch the rest of this video. What's up, guys? Just Jonathan here. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you the true story of how my wife and I did that exact thing. And I'm going to break this video down into two parts. The first part is going to be mental model or framework for how you can think and discern what makes a good deal and what doesn't make a good deal. And the second thing is the actual strategy that we used and you can deploy for less than 10 bucks in a couple hours worth of time. So let's get into the mental model first. And I call it buying in the hedge or buying a hedge deal. What's a hedge deal? Here's what a hedge deal is. Everybody pretty much knows who Warren Buffett is. Warren Buffett is famous for a lot of things, but one of them are his rules of investing. Rule number one, according to Warren Buffett, is never lose money. Rule number two is reread and practice. Rule number two, it's a defensive posture first and an offensive posture second kind of approach to investing. What do I mean by that? It's focused on return of your money as opposed to return on your money. It's worst case scenario, you break even. It's not that you lose money. Best case scenario is you have a positive return on investment or ROI. Worst case scenario, you just get a zero. You don't have a negative attached to it. So it's a defensive posture first, meaning you're gonna make sure you have a moat around your financial castle, so to speak, so that you don't lose anything or have incredible vulnerabilities that really lead to your demise. We don't want that. So how do you do that in real estate? Well, the way you do that in real estate is you win on the buy, not necessarily the sell. A successful sale is going to be predicated on how well or how strong your position was when you bought in. This is where the hedge deal comes in. I'm going to draw it so that it's very, very clear for you. You can make sense of this and you can do it in your own life. Here's what a hedge deal is. When you look at how the real estate market functions, it functions according to patterns. You see this again and again and again. And it's a pattern of going up and going down, going up, going down. And right now, as of history, it's going up and to the right, meaning it's continuing to go up in value. But when you look at it from a macro perspective, you see this pattern of upswings and downswings in the market. Okay, everybody understands that. That makes complete sense. Thanks a lot, John. Well, when you look at deals, like an investor typically looks at real estate deals, an investor is going to try and purchase properties for a discount below market value. This line up here, the one I just drew, is what I would call market value. It's what a property would retail for. It's what it would appraise for. What a investor is trying to do is buy that at a discount. Every investor that I know, they all use a 70-30 model, which means you're trying to start your bid for a property at 70 cents on the dollar or at a 30% discount. If there's renovations needed to get it up to the condition that you need in order to sell for top dollar, you back those renovations back further from that 70%. So you have investors that are trying to buy properties for 50 cents on the dollar, 40 cents on the dollar, whatever. But this line right here represents what an investor is trying to get a deal from. It often mirrors the market in the sense of as the market goes up, their offers will often go up. As the market comes down, their offers will come down. So that's where you see the alignment here. Now, here's what a hedge deal is. A hedge deal is when you buy a property below market value and likely above what an investor is going to want to purchase it for, because very few people want to sell an asset that's worth as much as a home for a significant discount. There's not a whole lot of people that do it, but there are some. And so anything within this range is what I'm calling a hedge deal or buying in the hedge. And here's why this is so important and why this is in alignment with Buffett's investment philosophy. It's for this reason, because when you have the market and it's going up like it has, and then it's starting to shift and go down, if you've bought, say, at this position, you've bought a hedge deal, as the market comes down, you're still in a place of protection because you have equity. You're not underwater. And even if the market shifts, that's fine. Number one, you're going to be there longer than 5 to 7 years. Number two, you won when you got in. So even if you weren't, you were okay because you have some hedge, you have some protection. And as the market goes down, the market's also going to go up. But because you bought at a defensive posture first and you bought in the hedge, you have a moat around you. That's what I mean by buying a hedge deal. Now, the further obviously you go down here, the better and more favorable your position will be. But this proves the point of this is what a hedge deal is. Now let's talk about the actual number of our property. So right now we're under contract at our place for $630,000. Now we put 5% down, and so we have a note on this property for about $595,000. Now, what did it appraise for? This is the most important number. It appraised for $704,000. Now, I believe that appraisal is low. I didn't contest it because we're going to do some renovations and we're going to reappraise it, and then I think it's going to be truer to fashion. But the house 3 doors down appraised and sold for $715,000, smaller lot, less upgrades. I have no idea how the appraisal got to this number. In fact, I do, but that's for another video. So we have a delta in our case between $704,000 and $595,000, which gives us that equity position north of 6 figures, like I was claiming in the beginning of the video. How did we do this? And I'm going to share with you exactly what we did and how you can do it for less than 10 bucks, a couple hours worth of your time in a car, and then meeting with people. And then hopefully you can have a story better than the one that we're telling. So here's exactly what we did, and here's our story. I knew that I did not want to compete in this crazy seller's market. I'm the lead listing advisor for our team. We do a deal about every 14 hours. I can't tell you how many listings I've sold where there were multiple offers on a property, everything waived, and there's just no way you can buy a hedge deal in that situation. So when I knew my wife and I were going to be looking for a property, I came to her and I said, Mama, look, I love you and we're going to buy a house, but I'm asking you to trust me and let's not find something on market. It's too crazy. I knew that there were people that would like to sell, especially during COVID times, where you don't have all these people trouncing in and out of your house and you just want a fair and reasonable offer for your home. And a simple transaction, an easy transaction, a direct to buyer transaction, especially with somebody who you can trust and you don't fear that they're going to bamboozle you. So what we did was we identified neighborhoods that we wanted to move into. Once we identified those neighborhoods, here's exactly what we did, and you can do this too. Step number 2, get in the car, drive the neighborhood or neighborhoods, and you are looking for 2 kinds of properties. Property number 1 is just a property you like. You like the lot, you like the house, even if it's new, doesn't matter, just pick them. Make sure we took a picture of the address, had it on our phone. And then the second property we were looking for is a property that seemed like it needed some tender, loving care, deferred maintenance. Maybe it was older, looked like hadn't been touched in a very long time. That was the second kind of property that we looked for. Again, all we did was we took a picture with our phone and then we recorded that, came back, I put it in a spreadsheet, and then I drafted a letter, step number 3. You can see the exact letter that we sent. I took out some of the details right here in the description below. Just click the link, make yourself a copy, and you yourself can do this. Just change it to reflect your story, what you're looking for, put your own pictures. But this is exactly what we did. I sent that letter out to a total of 38 people. And here's what's crazy in terms of the numbers. We had 11 people call us back. Of the 11, we met with 9 of those people. Of the 9 people that we met with, we could have written offers on all 9 homes, but we got 2 offers accepted. One of those offers we voided after the home inspection. The other offer we kept, and that is the offer that we are closing on in 2 days' time, September 1st, 2022. All as a result of spending a little less than 10 bucks, a couple hours in the car, writing letters, putting a stamp on it, sending it out, and waiting for the phone to ring. That's all we did. It was very simple. And then we made an offer for the property that we are under contract for that was a win-win. I'm not the kind of guy that wants to profit from people's ignorance. I didn't want to get something under contract where I felt like I was pulling one over on somebody. I couldn't sleep with myself at night had I done that. I wanted to find a great home that we could purchase at a fair and reasonable price. There was a win for the seller and a win for us as the buyer. And that's exactly what we found. The seller just wanted fair and reasonable price minus commissions and brokerages and a couple things. We bought it as is. And then we are now closing at a $630 sales price with 5% down, total of $595 on a note. And then after renovations, that property is going to appraise for somewhere between $8 to $825, and we're going to owe $595 on it. So this is exactly how you can buy a hedge deal, do it in a way that is fair and reasonable, and do it in such a way that really ensures that you're able to increase your net worth position and play defense first, protect yourself even in a shifting market, And folks, this is exactly how you can do this. You can deploy the same strategy we used. And if you want to follow us along on our hedge deal, I'm going to be documenting everything from start to finish, starting with this video. And then I'm going to take you along on the journey of what the property looked like before, what the property looks like after, and you can join us for the entire thing if you want to. I hope you found this video helpful. If you do your boy a solid here, click that like button, consider subscribing, and if you yourself are in real estate and you find yourself as an agent that you're wanting to give clients solid data so they can make better decisions, just click the link below and you can get my daily letter. It's going to do all the work for you, take all the hard work, we curate it, and then we kick out the information, the key stories that are really going to help you show up and advise powerfully so that you can give your clients the right data and then they can do the right thing. Hope this video helps, and then I'll see you in the next one. If you like that video, you might want to check out this one right here. And if you're looking for a daily letter where the best and most accurate news is curated daily so you don't have to do it, that could affect you or your clients financially, things like real estate, taxation, crypto, and more, you can subscribe to the daily letter right here, right on Substack. I'll see you in the next video.